Well, hello, me again. Today I want to get some tyres done because we've got a drive to Berkshire to do and I really don't want to chance it. Last time I did this trip to Berkshire, I came back without the car. I drove all the way there with my Volvo estate, and then on the way back it kind of blew up. I had to leave it up there. It was just too ridiculous and too expensive to fix, so I just basically scrapped it and got rid of it and bought something else. So we're knowing that the tyres are a bit perished and a bit knackered. I really didn't want to chance it driving up to Berkshire this time on rubbish tyres. So let's get some new ones, some new corners on the car, because there's lots of other stuff coming up that I need to tell you about. And first things first, I know it's got an MOT coming up, and most people would say just put it through the MOT and see how much it's going to cost you. I can't afford to change the car, so whatever happens, I've got to put it through the MOT. I've got to put new tyres on it, so this is where we're at. So let's go and do that first. Right. Okay. I've lived here a long time. I've lived here like over 30 odd years. And this road I've done many a time. Let's see if we can get through town, out the other side. Always get snowed up here. Wait for other people to come by. I don't like squeezing in between. Do you still breathe in when you're going between traffic? I do, I go. It doesn't make any difference to the size of the car, but it just feels better that you breathe in and it feels like you can go through better. I don't know why that is. Right, this is the road. This is the road in which our tyre company that I frequent quite often is based. Really busy. Hi, me again. So, slight problem. So I've just been in for my tyres and they haven't got them. I ordered them online on their very clever online system and they're not there. So they haven't arrived yet. When did you order them? Earlier in the week? Like, no, not here yet. You might have to come back Monday. Oh, really? Okay, fine. Fine. You come back on Monday. You just get around this. Breathing in again. So yes, I have got to return because they don't have my tyres. So we'll have a look. We'll have a look around online, just look for other stuff to spend money on, and we'll come back on Monday and we'll get some tyres fitted. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so today we're on the road again. We're back getting our tyres. A little bit chilly today, and they say they have them in stock, so hopefully we will get them installed. I've come a slightly different way this time. I was like, oh, I nearly missed the turning because I came through town. I was like, oh no, I need to be in the filler lane. So here we are again, and we'll see if today they have them in stock. Ooh. Okay, awesome. Just along here. Here we go. Here they are. I always think that the rotating sign outside the front is for the tyre place, but it's not. It's for the Turkish style shop. Here we go. Just in here. Right, I'm just having a little bit of a drive, and we're going to head up to the coast, to the cliff top. The reason I'm having a bit of a drive is I just want to get a feel for what they feel like now, because new tyres on. It's changed the vehicle's feeling. The old ones were a bit knackered. It does feel a lot more planted and a lot firmer. When we arrive at the cliff top, I'm going to explain something to you without the camera wobbling around about what's just happened. It's intriguing how it's happened. It may be a complete mistake on my part, but I'm going to just ride with it, literally, and just see how it goes for the next 6 months. They were cheap and cheerful. They weren't expensive. People pay like 120 quid a corner. I paid about 60, 70 quid a corner, so they weren't expensive, and they're okay for now. And I'd rather just have something reliable and firm and not going to explode on me on a dual carriageway than spend a fortune now on something that I don't know, that was the wrong one possibly. So I've just spent a little bit of money maybe on the wrong thing, but it may be a happy accident. I'll tell you more in a minute. in the car yet. But I may get that set up at some point if it still works. Wow, it's a long time since I've used the GoPro 7. Hero 7 Black I've got. Here we are in our local coastal village. Here we go. Let's have a look. Ah, cool space. Yeah. So I'm in it for the disabled parking. I have MS. I'm disabled. Thus, I have a blue badge. Thus, I can park over here in the blue badge bay for free. How cool is that? I don't recommend being disabled, but it does have its advantages. Okay, we just pulled up at the cliff top, obviously, and it's a bit windy up here and a bit hazy. I might show you a picture of what it looks like outside. It's quite nice actually. It's warm, but just a bit rough out there. I turned up at the tyre centre and the man said, you do realise that they might be a bit rougher, these tyres. So I was like, why? He said, they may be a bit more rigid and a bit more rumbly and noisy and not so forgiving. I was like, why? He said, well, you've ordered van tyres. I was like, sorry, what? Really? Apparently I ordered van tyres, and I asked my friend, Nat, I said, I seem to have accidentally ordered van tyres for my car, and they're going to put them on, but does that make a difference? And he said, well, I had van tyres on my MGB, and that was fun. I was like, okay. It was like, they'll last a long time, and they may be a bit rigider and noisy. I was like, that's what they said. And he said, but they were fun on my MGB, and they were really good, really pointy. Pointy, I like that, pointy. So I'm like, okay, fine. So it's not the end of the world then. He went, no, not really. I was okay. So anyway, they put on the thing that I needed all 4 replacing, which is why I had to have them replaced. They said, well, we'll need replacing soon. So I've done it. And so I put one on each corner, cheap and cheerful, Ovation. Never heard of that brand before, I'm sure you have. Ovation VO2s. Yeah, I'll take this off. Ovation VO2s. And then I looked at it a bit deeper. I did a quick search on my phone outside. I was like, well, what did I order? And they're Ovation VO2s summer tyres. So they're not even recommended for the winter. So when it gets bad, I may have to change them again. But anyway, let's not worry about that. I've got new tyres all round and we're all ready for Berkshire. Yeah, that I wasn't expecting. So anyway, that happened today. I did get some tyres. They weren't necessarily the right ones, but they are black, circular, intact, not perishing, and attached to all 4 wheels. So I think that's minimum standard required for doing a journey of 100 odd miles or whatever it is, and not wanting them to blow up on the way. So there you go. Anyway, that's that done. So now I've got tyres. I can do Berkshire, and then also the MOT's coming up. I'm not sure how much the MOT is going to cost. Hopefully not a lot. I have put some money by and I have got backup means to pay for it. Just hope it's not ridiculous. We'll find out. Last year it went straight through, apart from recommending tyres, and I've managed to get away with it a year. But I was like, I'm not risking it any longer. I'm getting nervous now. But I was only driving around the local area. I wasn't going that far. Now I was driving further afield. I was like, I'm not risking it. So tyres, and I think there was some bulb or something. I can't even remember now. I needed to get the rear lights, the rear number plate lights done, and so I got new bulbs for that. So I did that straight away. So I think that was it. The other things were just recommendations to watch for the future, not urgently needing doing, but maybe keep an eye on a bit of rust somewhere or something like that. Usual stuff on a 20-odd-year-old vehicle. So I was like, okay, that's good. And it didn't actually cost me anything. The MOT, and that was it. And it was just recommend do this and this. So now a year later, I've spent 200 odd quid on new tyres, and I did buy some new bulbs that were like 10 quid or something. So we'll see what goes next week. It's booked in for next week on Tuesday, I think. Maybe Tuesday. I'll need to check. I can't remember which day it is. One day next week. So we're going to drag it up to the MOT place and get it MOT'd, and we'll see what the damage is there. Once that's done, I'm hoping that I can get on the road again. Well, I've got to get it on the road again for another year. Then I'm going to start looking at how I can do little things to start preparing Rowena, that's the name of my vehicle in case you didn't know already, ready for doing a bit of camping. And I'm quite looking forward to it, actually, I have to say, because I just need to get out in the fresh air and just go and visit some places and I want to retrace some of the steps of places that I went with my late self-adopted dad. Not because I want to revisit them and get maudling about him not being around, but because they were good memories and we went to lots of interesting places and interesting things. May even drag some friends along for the journey, and go and explore some places again, so that'd be nice. So I decide whether I want to take one or both rear seats out at the moment. I haven't got anywhere to put them at the moment, so they have to stay in there but just be folded down at the minute. But if I can get rid of them, even better. I'm not sure how much space it takes up if I just put them down. I don't think I have a flat floor in the back, is what I mean. I don't know, we'll just have to experiment and see. I'm going to have a play and see what happens. I do wish that this vehicle had the removable seats like the more modern CR-Vs do. But it doesn't, they're bolted in, so I'd have to actually unbolt it. Which is fine, I don't mind doing that. But yeah, I'm going to start thinking about how we can turn this into a camper. It's a big enough vehicle to do it. This is a 2003 Honda CR-V, and the rear seats are screwed in, so that's annoying. I've got a dog thing in the back, but I must admit, since I put that in and I've done dog sitting, I've never put the dog in this car. It's a bit weird, but we'll see. And I want to put a new stereo in. Oh, and I have a little story to tell you about this little clock. This little clock is an aftermarket sticky-on clock, and at the moment it's dead, so we're going to get some new batteries. In fact, the new batteries are on their way. They're really random button cell batteries that I can't get in the local shop. But the reason I want to get this clock working is because this clock was in all of the cars that my self-adopted dad had. So I've managed to still have this clock, and it's now in Rowena, and I'm going to get the batteries fixed on it, and now the clock is going to be my permanent clock, because sometimes the radio doesn't tell you, and that's my permanent clock for Rowena. So yeah, so I'm going to get that working. That's nice. Oh, and yeah, by the way, this is an automatic because I prefer automatics. So it's an automatic with the numbers on the dash. And she's done about 150,000 miles, which is crazy, but hopefully she'll be all right for another 50 more. So just gotta keep her tidy and keep her going. So let's show you outside for a minute. Over there in the distance, you can't really see it, but over there is Swanage and Purbeck and stuff like that. And in the further distance, you can't see it from here, but further around the ridge is Portland, and I love Portland, and Portland is on my list of places to go very early on in my journey here, because that's a place I remember going for MG runs and for days out with my self-adopted dad. So we're going to go there and explore there, so that'll be cool. Yeah, it's lovely today, it's beautiful. Okay, I'm exhausted now moving around, and you can see this is not going to be a high octane ridiculous channel where I do sports and things, because I'm just tired, just sitting here moving around the car trying to take videos out the window. So you don't expect me to go crazy and do mad things. This is not going to be a channel where I do running along the coast or cycling anywhere or massive long hikes and treks across all-terrain ridiculousness. Ain't gonna happen. Most of the time I might be sleeping. So anyway, this is this is the start of my journey. I hope you'll join me and Rowena as we go on an adventure together. I think it could be quite fun, and I hope you'll come along with me and join me and enjoy it as well, and maybe pitch in with some ideas or thoughts or comments along the way. But today, successful, we have tyres. I'm going to be going to Berkshire, and hopefully I'll get all the editing done in one way or another and in some sort of order after that. So this might not come out until after the Berkshire trip, but then we'll be back on track and we'll do everything in order after that. But it's a bit of a crazy week and I'm not around, and that's coming up really quick. So I think I may end up editing afterwards. Anyway, thank you for being here if you've checked in today, and for watching the first couple of videos, and here's to the next one. episode 3 on my new channel, which will be me looking around the car, thinking about what I need to do, and also hopefully getting it through an MOT. Join me then. Oh, by the way, everybody has a sign-off, don't they? So on the radio, whenever I finish a show, I always go, from me, Catie Lake, bye for now. I think that's a great sign-off, don't you think? So, from me, Catie Lake, bye for now.